seems hard to believe, but 5 years have gone by since the dance world, locally, nationally, and internationally, lost one of its superstars, choreographer, dancer, and founder of Smuin Ballet, Michael Smuin. Today we're speaking with one of the dancers of Smuin Ballet and also their social media manager, Darren Anderson. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's hard to believe 5 years have gone by, but yet you are part of the new generation of Smuin. You came 4 years ago from Canada.
That's right.
What is it like dancing for Smuin?
It's great. We have such a diverse repertoire that we can tackle so many different things that a lot of other companies might not be able to. We do tap, we do ballet, we do contemporary, neoclassical, and because it is a small group, we get lots of opportunity to get up there and show our stuff.
Right. What is the Smuin style?
It's a great question.
A lot of people have tried to take on that question for years. I'd love to know what you think.
My impression of the Smuin style is something that's eclectic, but sexy, jazzy, different, exciting, something that will appeal to everybody.
Right, right. I mean, there are, the list of dance companies whose named directors or founders have gone on or passed away or transitioned, it's legion, and not many of them last. But Michael Smuin, even though 5 years after his death, it's still going on. There's still a Smuin style.
There is, and it's doing extremely well. Some of our performances we just did in December were completely sold out. We're always getting new fans to join our board and fan base. And
Yeah. Well, and speaking of fans, is a perfect transition to, besides being a dancer with Smuin Ballet, and you came originally from the Royal Winnipeg Ballet in Canada. So you've been dancing with Smuin now 4 years, but you wear another hat, or maybe I should say you click another mouse. You're their social media manager.
That's right.
What is that like?
It's great. It's a whole other world that I had obviously some part of being on Facebook and Twitter and everything else. But when I started taking on getting the company's image out there, showing people what we can do, this whole other life opened up that I didn't even realize that I had a knack for.
Right. Now, had you done that before, or did you discover the knack through Smuin?
I definitely discovered the knack through Smuin.
Yeah, and so what is a typical day, not dancing on the boards for Smuin Ballet, but handling their Facebook and their Twitter and all of their other social media feeds?
It's creativity, I'd say, is definitely number one.
Yeah.
I often will check out what other companies are doing and maybe do a spin on what they sort of brought to their fans. And I often go to the dancers in the studio and see what they're up to and what they think might be interesting to people on our Facebook. I sometimes will just kind of get a random thought and I'll kind of go with it, and I did a cute little video of the Christmas ballet and interviewed each dancer and sort of got the behind the scenes thing and added some comedy to it.
Right, and so how has it grown over the last few months or years, the fan base for Smuin? And is it just Facebook, or is it Twitter and LinkedIn and all the rest, Dig and Delicious?
We primarily focus on Facebook and Twitter, and since I've taken over last July, our fan base has doubled, so we're at 2,600 right now. Wow. So we're hoping to keep growing on that, obviously. And Twitter as well. We've doubled our Twitter, our tweets, and the amount of people who are following us. And
does it ever get to be too much? I mean, outside of Smuin, do you have your own social media life, or is Darren Anderson out there just as Darren Anderson the dancer, or you have your own Facebook page as well?
I have my own Facebook page, and since I've been doing the Smuin page, I've definitely taken on a lot more things and been more active with different campaigns and organizations and charitable stuff that I've been posting on mine and getting friends and networking that way. And so it's become a whole other life for me. And it's nice at the end of the day when I'm done dancing, and I also go to school part-time, so I might have an essay to write, and I can kind of, zone in for an hour at night and just go right into Facebook and delve into it and see what's out there and get it all out.
Yeah. What has surprised you about the fan base? I'm talking now specifically about the online social media fan base for Smuin. Is it all a certain age demographic? Is it all people who are dance knowledgeable, or is it local? Is it all over the place?
It's everywhere. It's international, and it's all different ages. We have some 10-year-olds on there, whatever age, childlike, to all the way up until retired people who comment on stuff, whether it's our show, whether it's a photo we put up, whether it's video. So, and there's people who, from what I can gather from their comments, don't really have a whole lot of experience with ballet and dance, and then there's some that are dancers in other companies who have a great knowledge of it, and they're able to sort of, add to the layer, and someone else can comment, and we can kind of keep building on it.
Do you have any instant critics? I
Yes.
mean, is it all a love fest for Smuin Ballet, or are there people who say, Darren, I saw you in the Christmas ballet, and what were you thinking?
Well, fortunately, people are pretty nice, so we haven't had many of those. But we have had some critique about some of the events we've put up or whatever else, and it's usually just someone sort of, expressing their interest in maybe getting their idea out there, and I think that's more about what they're trying to get across. But everybody's pretty nice to us on Facebook so far.
Yeah. Now, you said you discovered the knack for social media after you were a dancer.
Yeah.
So, when you hang up the unitard or the toe shoes or whatever the stereotype is for a dancer, is this another career? Do you see a career in social media, and what do you think is the future for social media, specifically marketing it, using it as a marketing tool for the arts?
I do. I think it's an amazing tool for the arts, especially because we're able, when we're on stage doing a show, it's just that whether you see the show again the next night, it's still just that one time you get to see that one particular performance. And I think to be able to tweet it during the show, after the show, to get it out right away, I think it's a whole different area that we've never been able to tap into.
Right.
And I've also been taking courses part-time and working towards my BA with a major in liberal arts, but I'm also taking marketing courses. So I do see it as something for myself to go on beyond ballet.
Now, you just said there's a difference between, just seeing a show live and then commenting on it the next day and tweeting during a performance. You're not like backstage between. Do you actually tweet?
I have. Yes,
all right, so
I've done it.
While you're in costume, or is it while you're in the green room waiting for your?
Well, I'm in
your
costume,
segment?
or maybe I'm doing a change, and I have a certain amount of time to change my shirt or my shoes, and I'll send a quick tweet or at intermission, or I'll take a picture of somebody backstage with, we have the feather boa in the Christmas ballet, and I'll wrap one of the dancers in it and tweet that out.
And what about in the audience? I know when 25 years ago, when I started in the arts marketing business, the idea of taking a film of a live performance was just anathema. People were like, oh, no, union rules and all that. Have people been encouraged to actually tweet and Facebook and make comments and YouTube from the audience during a Smuin performance?
Unfortunately, no. We still
Because of
don't
union
allow.
restrictions.
Yeah, we still don't allow the cell phones or cameras or anything like that. And I know that they will come down into the audience and actually ask people to shut their cameras off. And so that's still a big no-no.
You think that's going to change?
I don't think so.
Why?
I think there's too many rules, regulations. I think, you have the lighting designer, the costume designer, the dancer, the music, everything, and I think there's just too many toes to step on that it's not really...
But do you think some of those toes might start tweeting and Facebooking the lighting designer, the director, the choreographer, the assistant corrector?
It'd be great if they did. I think they should. So I guess there is potential for that, but I know it's difficult because there is, for instance, if I'm on stage dancing and I see a light in the audience, it will definitely throw me off.
Well, and you could fall and you could hurt yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, in our last few moments, if someone wants to find Smuin Ballet on Facebook, where do they go?
They go to smuinballet.org,
right?
And that's our website, and you can like us right on our website, or you just go on and search Smuin Ballet, and it'll come up.
Great. We've been speaking with Darren Anderson, dancer with Smuin Ballet and their social media manager. I'm David Perry, your host for 10%. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.